Transfer news. Arsenal interested in signing Crystal Palace and England forward. Gyokeres is one of the forward options being considered by Arsenal. The Gunners retain an interest in Real Madrid's Rodrigo. Tottenham also have ease on their list. Arsenal's Martin Zubimendi and Kepa Arrizabalaga deals are expected to be confirmed next week. Is understood Arsenal have explored the conditions of a potential deal, along with several other Champions League clubs in the Premier League. Eze has a £60 million release clause in his contract, which could rise to £68 million if all bonuses were eventually met. There is every expectation Zubimendi will be part of the squad that travels to Singapore and Hong Kong for the club's preseason tour next month. Kepa Arrizabalaga's move from Chelsea to Arsenal is also expected to be confirmed in the next week. The keeper has completed his medical and has an agreement in principle on personal terms. The Gunners triggered the £5 million release clause in his contract. Arsenal are understood to be delighted about signing a goalkeeper who cost £70 million when he joined Chelsea and feel he will provide great competition to David Raya. There is still some further work to do to sign the 31-year-old Bees captain, but everything is pointing towards a conclusion in the coming days. The Denmark international wants to move to the Emirates Stadium and personal terms are not expected to be an issue. The Gunners' interest in the Brentford captain comes amid Thomas Partey's expiring contract at Arsenal. Mikel Arteta's side are acting quickly after being thus far unable to find an agreement over a new deal for Partey. The 32-year-old's representatives have been approached by clubs in Saudi Arabia and Europe. Arsenal are long-term admirers of Sesko and believe he is a better bet than Gyokeres for a few reasons. The Slovenian international is 5 years younger than the 27-year-old former Coventry City striker and is playing in a more competitive division, with the Bundesliga rated higher than the Portuguese top flight. Arsenal reportedly remain interested in signing Newcastle United winger Anthony Gordon, but a deal for the England winger will extremely difficult to complete. Mikel Arteta is known to be keen to bolster in a number of positions in attack, including at striker, where Newcastle hitman Alexander Isak is a dream target. The Swede's price tag, reportedly sitting at £150 million ($205.9 million), is enough to end their chances of a deal. However, Newcastle are reluctant to part ways with any of their big names after an impressive season which brought Champions League qualification and Carabao Cup glory, and BBC Sport journalist Sami Mokbel expects the Magpies to hold firm over Gordon as well. "I think Anthony Gordon is another one that they have an interest in," Mokbel told Latte Firm. "Again, I've had that from a very good source, and I've had that kind of backed up as well by other good sources. But he just signed a new contract at Newcastle towards the start of last season, so that, again, will be difficult. And I think if Newcastle were to sell one of their crown jewels this summer, that whole project almost falls apart. They've made the Champions League. They've won that trophy they desperately wanted. For them to then go and sell one of their best players, it doesn't make sense." Gyokeres is one of the forward options being considered by Arsenal. The Gunners retain an interest in Real Madrid's Rodrigo. Tottenham also have ease on their list. Arsenal's Martin Zubimendi and Kepa Arrizabalaga deals are expected to be confirmed next week. Is understood Arsenal have explored the conditions of a potential deal, along with several other Champions League clubs in the Premier League. Is understood Arsenal have explored the conditions of a potential deal, along with several other Champions League clubs in the Premier League. There is every expectation Zubimendi will be part of the squad that